afternoon. This is Malawi-music podcast. After a very, very long break, and we are back. And today, you're with me, Flora Mirumba, and of course, my co-host,
Amuna Miso, also known as Samson Titsamba.
Sure. And in this edition, which is our very first edition in this year, we have a guest called Sangala. I don't know.
You guys call me Code. So this is kind of funny. Like, you guys haven't been live for a while now.
Yeah.
But then for some reason, I should start asking you, why do you not go live? What's up with that? Because like I know like podcasts like really need continuity.
Exactly.
Right? So like, why did you stop?
Okay, we stopped because we were doing like documentaries. So yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
So should I call you Code CO or Code Sangala?
To be honest, I don't mind either. But like, I am going by Code Sangala now because I feel like what I am doing with my music is a little bit more mature, and I think that there's a lot of growth to the music layers. And it's also easy to kind of like sell out to the world. CO becomes a little bit more youthful, and even though I'm young at heart, I would like to think that like I'm pretty grown. You know?
So good.
Yes.
It's been a minute.
It's been a long minute, that's true.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So where have you been?
I have been all over the place. I've been in the US, I've been in Malawi, and just returned from the US, and so it's been a roller coaster of like up and downs, and nothing sad, nothing depressing, Let's just put a disclaimer there. It's not like I was like in a rehab or something. But I mean it's been a lot of growth, a lot of transitioning, and I think going to the US was a big transition. Coming back here is a big transition.
Yeah.
So, but I'm back in Malawi now, and so we can probably leave it at that.
And Code is back, and you don't have to worry about anything.
No.
He is back, and
Big cool.
Okay. Can you tell us about the club way back in Watu Kundilande Kapirintiya?
Okay. So that's 2001. Like I was talking to her like behind the scenes, if you will. That was 2001 that we released that record. Me and my young brother Shadreck. We were very young and we were very hungry. We were listening to a lot of R&B. So the music was very much influenced by rhythm and blues. We listened to a lot of Boys to Men, a lot of all the 4-part harmony. I transitioned into more of the jazz. I was listening, there was a time I was listening to a lot of a cappella, like a gospel a cappella, Tech Six, groups like that. So there's a lot of vocal harmonies that I learned from that period of time when I was really listening to a cappella. But me and my brother, we have 3 albums, as you might be aware. Kundilande with Kwatu Kundilande, and then we did the Christmas album with Noel, and then our 3rd album was called 26 Old with Benziranga and all that.
The hit.
Yes, it was quite popular. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so you and Shadreck were you were doing good.
Yeah.
To be honest, you were really, really good.
Yeah.
So what really happened? Because I saw somewhere you said, Kuri, nothing really happened. You just had to grow.
Yeah. Well, that's good. This is
correct. That's what I read.
I'm glad. Well, I'm glad because that's exactly what happened. So I'm not going to tell you anything outside that, because I think that what happened was like I've always been inspired by traditional music here. You might be aware, or maybe not, but like you might be aware that I'm a cultural coordinator for a dance ensemble that is based in the Museum of Malawi. It's called Chichiri Cultural Heritage now. Yes, so Chichiri Cultural Heritage has sort of like shaped the way that I would like my music to sound, and if there would be something like a future of what Sangala music, it would definitely be shaped by troop, and like traditional music. So I listened to a lot of like music from back in the day. You might not be aware of this. Probably you might have been young, but like a lot of music before there was like corporate, not corporate, but like commercial radio station, or the commercialization of radio stations. 101, my former broadcaster, you were asking me behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Radio station I ran 101 for a very, very long time. I started out as a young DJ, transitioned into positions to a degree that like I was pretty much the station manager. So I know a bit about broadcasting, but that was the time when I sort of like grew to love music of traditional origin, and I listened to a lot of music that was recorded at Malawi Broadcasting Corporation. So the Daniel Gajambas, the Alan Namogos, the Kimburi or Jazz Band, the Ndingo Brothers. I mean, the list is endless. Yeah. So that is the music that I have zoomed into now. I'm listening it so much to a point of obsession, I suppose. And that's pretty much what inspires music and my music at the moment. So that time, my brother wanted to play music that was more leaning towards rhythm and blues, and I was like leaning more sort of like what we call tradistic, like authentic Malawi, if you will. And so there was a little bit of like, I guess you would put it mildly, a little bit of clash in music direction, and with that clash would have a little bit of friction. And so it was easier for me to be able to say, okay, look, if we can be able to come back and do Kapirintiya, let's come back to that. But let me exercise growing what I want to grow, which is like exploring, incorporating more traditional elements into my music. And that's all there is.
So what is Shadreck now?
Shadreck, I believe he's like doing farming now. So he's doing pretty well.
So he no longer does music.
He's doing music probably in a different kind of direction. You know what I mean? But you will have to ask him that. I can't speak on his behalf.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't want to speculate. So yeah, Shadreck, if you're like hearing these guys watching, they probably want you to grill you
about if you're watching,
about what's going on. Yes. So there you go.